make some sounds with different objects. And you have to guess what the object is. Once we've done that, once you've completed the first part of the test, I will make the sounds again and tell you what the object is. And you have to memorize the sound and the object. After which I will make the sounds again and see if you can memorize which object belongs to which sound. So let's start off. Now you can sit down or you can lay down. You can close your eyes and just concentrate, relax, focus on the sounds that you are about to hear. So let's start off with the first sound. I have the object laying in front of me. So here we go. Do you know what the sound is? It is a bag with small jewelry, some chains, some earrings, some cufflinks. Let's go over to the next sound. Let's see if you can guess what it is. Do you know what the sound is? That is correct. The sound is playing cards being shuffled. Let's go over to the next object. Do you know what that sound was? It is the spraying of something, and it is perfume. So it was a bottle of perfume that I shook and that I sprayed with. Well done. Let's go over to the next object. Did you guess what the sound was? It is money. The sound was coins of €1, sand. Let's go to the next object. It is a hard plastic wrapper of packaging. This sound was chewing gum still in the packaging. Let's see if you can guess the next sound. Do you know what the sound is? It is two small plastic bags. Let's go over to the next object. I think that was quite easy. And you are correct. It's scissors. Correct. Well done. Let's see if you can guess the next one. Do you know what the sound is? It is sewing needles or pins. If you guessed pins, that would be right as well. Let's see if you can guess the next one. I think this is quite easy. Do you know what it is? That is correct. The sound was playing dice. Yes. Well done. On to the next one. So, what do you think the sound is? The sound is Lego. Lego pieces in a small plastic bag. Let's go on to the next one. Do you know what the sound is? The sound are poker chips. That is right, poker chips. Let's go to the next sound. And what do you think the sound is? Yes, it does sound like Lego blocks, but they are matches in a box. They are wooden matches. let's go to the next sound. And what do you think the sound is? This time, if you would have guessed building blocks, you would be correct. These are mini building blocks in a small plastic container. Let's go over to the next sound. And what do you think this sound is? Yes, it all sounds very familiar. These sounds, these objects, they all sound very similar. And that's why it is so difficult, and that's why it is so interesting to test if you can figure out the subtle differences when you hear specific sounds. So, what do you think the sound was? Yes, it is a small box of staples. Very good, very, very good. So let's go over to the last one and see if you can guess this one. So, what do you think that sound was? Yes, it is a sound of a fabric. More specific, it was a ribbon. The fabric of a ribbon. Alright, so you guessed a few correct, and some you had wrong. Now, let's do this test again, but first I will have you listen to the sounds and tell you what it is. And then we'll do this test again to see if you can memorize the sounds and match the sounds with the objects. So keep your eyes closed and focus on the sounds. So let's start off with the first one. That is the sound of playing dice. This is the sound of plastic bags. That is the sound of money. More specifically, coins. The next object. The sound is a bag of Lego pieces. This is the sound of poker chips. That is the sound of staples. That is the sound of chewing gum in the packaging. And that is the sound of jewelry in a small bag. That is the sound of perfume being sprayed. And that is the sound of mini building blocks or edges. And that is the sound of hard plastic wrapping. And that one is the sound of scissors. That was the sound of fabric or the sound of the ribbon. And then the last one. Oh no, we have two more. So this sound. That is the sound of needles or sewing pins. And then the last one. That is the sound of playing cards. Alright, so now you know which object makes what sound. So let's see if you can guess every object and every sound correctly. So you had some wrong and some right in the first try. So let's see if you can get every single one correct. So let's start with the first one. Which sound or which object is making this sound? What do you think? That is correct. That is the fabric, that is the ribbon. Well done. So let's go over to the next object. What is the sound? Yes, very good. It is the perfume, but it makes a little bit of sound like a mouse. But it is the perfume being sprayed. Well done. What object was making that sound? Very good, it is the bag with jewelry. That is correct. Very nice. Let's go over to the next object. these are the playing cards. Let's go over to the next object. What object is making this sound? That is correct. These are the matches. You are doing great so far. What object is making this sound? That is correct as well. These are the mini building blocks in a small container. Well done. Okay, the next sound. So, what object is making this sound? That is correct. These are the sewing pins. Yes, the needles or the pins. Well done. You have everything correct so far. Let's go over to the next object. What object was making this sound? That is correct. It is the hard plastic wrapping. Well done. Okay, on to the next object. So, what object is making this sound? Yes, that is correct. It is the chewing gum, still in the packaging. Very good. Okay, the next one. What is this sound? That is correct. It is the Lego. Yes, the Lego in a plastic bag. And the next sound. What is the sound? That is correct once again. These are the staples. You have everything correct. Okay, the next sound. What is this sound? Yes, well done. It is the plastic bags. Yes, correct. We have only a few left. Let's see if you can guess these correct as well. So here we go. What is the sound? Yes, yes, very good. These are the dice. Very good. Okay, next sound. What is making this sound? Yes, these are the coins. Alright, the last two objects. So here we go. What is making this sound? Yes, these are the poker chips. Correct. And then we have arrived at the last object. See if you can guess this one. What was that object? Yes, very good. It was the scissors. Perfect. So there you go. So in the first try, you had some wrong and some right. But now, after we've tried it a few times and you recognize the objects, you actually have everything correct. So you have a perfect score for this hearing test. Now we will be seeing each other again to do some more elaborate and more difficult hearing tests. But for this one,